Why, hello there. July was a very historic month for the Red Sox. I did a video talking about it, and now we're going to do a little compilation of my recaps from the month so you can relive it all. Hope you enjoy. I really don't want to be negative. I really don't. I'm sick of complaining. I'm sick of being disappointed. I'm sick of all of it. And I'm an empath, so that's probably stems from that because I feel other people's emotions probably more than my own. And this market is just so negative, and the world is just so negative. Anyways, back to this game. Peyton totally just didn't have his best stuff. When you're facing a lineup like the Nationals that are one of the best in the league against left-handed pitching, if you don't have your best stuff, it's not going to end well. And that's exactly what happened. There's no doubt in my mind he can come back for this. His ERA is above 3 now, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it happens, and it does kind of suck that he had this outing immediately after Conley Early went down early with an injury, so, I mean, Conley Early went down early. That's kind of funny, but it's not. And then the bullpen, I don't know, like, why? Why can't we just pitch good? Like, why can't we just do our jobs? I don't know. They had just as many strikeouts as they did walks. I mean, I don't know. And then the offense just sucked again. That's what happened. Yeah, that was this game. There was one good thing, though, that I really did like that did bring me some joy, and it came in the top of the 9th inning. And it was Nate Eaton having a 96-mile-an-hour throw from left field to home. Great tag by Connor Wong there, too. Put Eaton on the mound. When it is a blowout, put Nate Eaton on the mound, or put Anthony Siegler, because he can throw from both sides. Give me some entertainment. Make it entertaining. Make it fun. Because you're not going to win the game. You're not going to win the game. You've never come back from trailing by more than 3 runs, so I don't know why you think you're going to come back trailing by 8. Connor Wong had a multi-hit game, so that was pretty lit. But off day tomorrow, probably best for my mental health. So 12:30 a.m. Sox win in the middle of a heat wave. I don't have AC. This was a blessing for me. Oh, this game was so good. Scoring was starting at the top of the second. You had Wilmy Gonzalez with a triple. Probably should have been an inside the park home run, but he runs like he's about to pull a hammy. So he would be brought home though. Jared Durant would bring him home with a sac fly. Then in the 3rd inning, Wilmy Gonzalez would be up with the bases loaded. Give me a 2 RBI single. Oh, we're scoring with wrist. What a blessing. Make that 3-0 Sox. Then Durant would bunt and be rewarded. He would reach second off of an error. He would not be brought home, though, because those bottom 2 of the order are just not going to do that. Before the game, I saw fireworks. It was a lot of fun. I put in my story, watching fireworks so the Sox will hit some bombs. And Durbin did just that. Caleb Durbin, oh my God, can't be stopped. Cannot be stopped. Offensively, defensively, he's giving you everything. I'm proud to say I was a believer since the beginning. And Jake Bennett, oh my God, Jake Bennett. He threw 7 innings of 2-hit shutout ball. Got into the 8th innings, never touched a mound in the 8th inning in a major league game, and just started to fall apart a little bit. But, God, I'm just loving the Jake Bennett experience. Garrett Whitlock would get his final out. Then Aroldis Chapman would come in and break the all-time strikeout record for relievers, making literal humongous history. And then he would smile. He would smile. I've never seen him smile while pitching before, and then he'd give up 2 straight base hits. Now I'm shaking in my boots. But then it'd be a double play, and the Sox would win. What a difference offensively than what we've been seeing these past 2 games. It was a blessing. I mean, Wilmy Gonzalez 3-hit game. If he can get hot, that'd be huge. I feel like it's another day, another Durbin bomb. What a performance from Bennett. Aroldis Chapman making history. Why can't we just play like this every game? It can't be that hard. Another 12:30 a.m. win, and on Chad Tracy's birthday. What a fun one that was. Anthony Siegler would lead this game off with a walk. Then Abreu would work a walk. Then my all-star, Wilson Contreras, would hit a 421-foot 3-run home run to make it 3-0 with his 19th homer of the year. And you're going to tell me he's not an all-star? All right. Josh Lowe would then hit a home run in the 2nd. Then the next 2 would get on. And then Gray would strike out the next 2. And you're going to tell me this guy isn't an all-star with his 2.61 ERA? All right. Then in the 5th, Siegler would lead off with a double. St. Don would have a walk, and then Wilyer Abreu would have a deep double that would score 2 because of some heads-up base running and some speed. Then be 2 straight outs. But that first pitch swinging, Wilmy Gonzalez with his first home run of the year. Get hot, Romy. Let's go back to Sonny Gray, though, because it was 6 innings, 70 pitches, 7 strikeouts, and 1 run that was off that home run. He is just so fun to watch pitch. I love the spin he has on the ball. The sweeper is insane. How is he not an all-star? I don't know. Then in the 8th inning, Andrew Monasterio would lead off with a hit. Connor Wong would then have a hit. And then Sadov Rafael would make a 32 at-bat RBI doubt to drive in another run. Funny enough, everyone in the lineup today reached but Caleb Durbin. Durant did not have a hit though. He did reach off 2 walks and did steal 2 bags. The offense scored 8 runs off of 7 hits. They were not chasing as much as they have been the past 3 games, and that was great to see. Pitching did its thing. Angels did not have a hit the last 4 innings of the game. Can you sweep tomorrow, please? It's not that hard. Red Sox complete the midnight sweep, and it was more than worth ruining my sleep schedule to watch all these games. To start this game, though, the top of the order would strike out in order against a pitcher who had an 18 ERA in the first inning. Then the bottom of the first inning, it would be basically a circus show. Anyways, it wouldn't matter, though, because then the second inning, Moss would have a single, and then Jarren Duran with his first home run since June 16th. He was more than due for a big hit. He would tie the game up. But then the Angels would immediately take the lead back. But then again, it wouldn't matter because in the third, Chang would have a bunt single. Abreu would thankfully reach off an error because then Wilson Contreras, 446 feet, 112 miles an hour off the bat, his 20th home run of the year to become the 15th Red Sox player in history to have 20 home runs in 86 games with the club. But then, as you know, we can't have too much happiness or nice things. Andrew Suarez would get hurt. He'd hurt his groin. You actually can't be hurt. Like, you can't. You can't. Let's talk about happy things, though, because Seigler would lead off the 7th with a single. Then Seidon would have a single. Then Abreu would score Seigler with a sac fly. And then Masataka Yoshida would have his third hit of the game to bring in another run. Then the bases would be loaded, but Narvaez doesn't like doing the RBI thing, so nobody would be brought home. Weissert changed his arm angle and is now a new man. Guerrero is a joy to watch. Whitlock did his thing. Slayton gave up a run. Chapman gave up a home run. Didn't know we can do that, but got the save, and that's what matters. This team is now 8-2 in their last 10 games. Duran had a great series in my eyes, despite his only 2 hits coming in this game. Chang had the first multi-hit game of his career. Masataka Yoshida, hello, where have you been? I just fear what Wilson Contreras' suspension is going to be, though, because this team without his bat and his defense is scary. It's 1. I have to get up before 8. 4 games out of a playoff spot. Good night. Game 1 of the Battle of the Sox, and the Red Ones would come out on top to advance to 9-2 in their last 11 games. They start this game off loading the bases, scoring nobody. I'm like, oh, we're going back to our old ways. Okay. No. In the second inning, Andrew Monasterio would launch a sweeper down and in. Are you kidding me? He'd hit a home run. And then Connor Wong would extend a 7-game hit streak. And then Seidon Rafaela would launch a sweeper himself to end an 86 at-bat RBI drought and hit his 8th of the year. Then the 4th inning, Duran would have a double. Monasterio would have a walk. And then Connor Wong would pick up an RBI. The bunt king, they are calling him. Then you'd have a classic moment of the 2026 Boston Red Sox. Monasterio and Wong would be in a rundown, and only Wong would make it out safely. Then they would have the chance to blow up Jordan Hicks for the amount of trauma he has given us, but no, they'd go 1-2-3. Where was that pitching when he was pitching for us? Peyton Tolley. Oh my God. Peyton Tolley. What a bounce back start against a top 10 offense in the league. It's just always a joy watching him pitch. You can never be sad and watch Peyton Tolley pitch. It's just impossible. Just get Danny Coulomb out of here, please. There's so many better options down in the woo. Thank God Justin Slayton decided to lock in, though. It's great to watch him finally thrive. Then in the 9th, we had a Wong walk and a Abreu 2-out walk. And then I've never seen an umpire change his mind like this on a foul ball, but it would work out in WC-40's favor. A 2 RBI double. And then Romy Gonzalez, the first base umpire, would lag, making this call to bring home Contreras. And then Jarren Duran would bring home Romy with an RBI single. The Sox are now 7 games under 500, 4th in the AL East, and 4 games out of a playoff spot. They did this against a White Sox team that is really good at home. The longest win streak they've had this year is 4. Please extend it to 5 tomorrow. Cat Tracy just shared with the media that Anthony Seigler and Wilson Contreras are both doing better, so we can be happy in this recap. The Boston Red Sox just broke the White Sox 10 consecutive home series win streak and just won back-to-back series. Who is this team? Oh my God. Let's get to this game. In the 3rd inning, Duran would have a walk. We'd have some small ball action to move him to 2nd. And then Chang with a beauty of an RBI single to make it 1-0. And then Seigler would have a walk before tragedy. And then Seidon Rafaela, who should be an all-star because basically the entire American League outfield is hurt, would make it 2-0. This guy is the 6th most valuable outfielder in baseball right now. And then we'd have 2 tragedies and 1 damn at-bat. Wilson Contreras. Foul ball right to the butt. And then Anthony Seigler would have a scary collision with Kyle Chill. He'd score a run, though. He'd make it 3-0. He'd make it 3-0.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Anyways, in the 4th inning, the Sox offense would come back alive. Massa would have a leadoff single, Durbin would have a single, and then Carlos Narvaez would get his 6th RBI of the year. Who knew he could do it? Look at Massa's running form. It's impeccable. Inspirational, honestly. And Chang with another RBI single. That is my shortstop. Jake Bennett. Oh my God, he is just so fun to watch pitch. And I love this tweet too because one, to see him compared to John Lester, and two, it really made me realize he only has 8 walks this year, and he did this outing with ease against the top 10 offense. Just phenomenal. I could watch Caleb Durbin defensive highlights all day and never get bored. Great to see him come out of his little slump. Chang was great, bullpen was great. Chad Tracy now has a winning record again. And the Sox, for the 2nd time this year, win back-to-back series. Patrick Sandoval bumped day tomorrow. Let's sweep. MLB leading 6-game win streak, and the Red Sox sweep the first place in the AL Central White Sox to be 11-2 since June 25th, which is the best record in the MLB since that date. Starting this game off, Connor Wong would extend an 8-game hit streak. He would be stranded, but I still want to give him his moment. In the 4th inning is where we had some action. Romy would have a walk, and then Caleb Durbin believers rise, because he would have his 8th home run in 36 games. He went into a little slump, and people were talking regression. I'm not seeing one. In the 5th inning, Sandoval would let a single go, getting out. Then let a walk go, he gets pulled, Guerrero comes in, and just an unfortunate check swing, little infield single by, of course, Andrew Benintendi to make it a 1-1 ball game. But you didn't know Guerrero was logging in after that. He would have a 102-mile-an-hour strikeout. Just so good. Let's go back to Patrick Sandoval, though, because for a guy like him who hasn't pitched in the majors in 2 years, to come out and have a start like this with a pitch limit, he was as cool as a cucumber, and it was just so good to watch. Loved it. Then the Sox continued to just make Hicks look like this insanely great pitcher. I don't know, I want him to get blown up so bad. Anyways, we'd have a Whitlock masterclass in the 7th. And in the 8th, a phenomenal catch by Jaron Duran running 94 feet to catch us to prevent a runner from getting on, because we all know Justin Slayton, when runner's on, it's a little shaky. And he'd go 1, 2, 3 after that. Then in the 9th inning, oh my God, say Don Rafael, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The timing, the sprint speed, all that. We take this outfield for granted, my God. Offense barely did anything, but they did enough because the pitching and the defense was locked in. This is what we were sold this offseason. Games like this, wins like this. I'm feeling a turning point. They don't even have their best players right now. But I feel like the guys that are out there are the guys who are hungry for it. And I love it. The Red Sox have finally made it to Citi Field. Oh my God, it's 5:05. First pitch is at 7:10. Yeah. This is either going to be the worst loss of the season or the best one of the season. I don't see anything in between. We're probably going to see some very rough swings. Sonny did not fly ahead, so love that. I just don't understand how there was not another plane. This is a $1 billion team. This is playing for a $1 billion company. You're telling me they couldn't get another plane? And they had to wait till 3 o'clock today to fly out? I just don't understand how that works. But yeah, this should be fun. On Apple TV too, of course, so that's going to be even more fun. Game and a half out of a playoff spot, 7-game win streak, no plane adversity. It's hurting them, it's only fueling them. Okay, they were scoring the 1st inning. Who needs a warm-up? Anthony Seager would reach because Juan Soto would be afraid of him and drop a fly ball. Sack bunt moves him to 2nd. Abreu walks. And then Masataka Yoshida with a beauty of a double to make it 2-0, stuck right in front of the tarp. Oh, it's perfect. Then in the 3rd, the Mets would have a single, a little walk, then a sack fly, put them on the board. But then in the 7th, we'd have a Chang bunt single, and then and Anthony Ziegler to 1 home run! Ah! Oh my God. He'd make it 4-1. You already know I stood up and I applauded, so. Then Sonny Gray, I won't lie, I was kind of nervous when he was on the same flight as the rest of the team. He didn't fly in early, just knowing how pitchers are on start days. But he just went out there and did his thing. No plane adversity is stopping him. It's a 2.54 ERA on the year and 95 2/3 innings pitched. And you're going to sit here and tell me this man is not an all-star? He's only the 3rd pitcher in Red Sox history to have 1 loss after 17 starts with the club. Okay, yeah, sure. In the 8th, Whitlock would be in a situation with runners on the corners and no outs, but the outfield the Red Sox have would be too scary, and he'd get out of it cleanly. Then the 9th inning, Sox would come alive, Cedon would have a walk, and then Wilyer Abreu with his 50th career home run, left on left. He's just a god this year. He saw Rob left. It was like somebody needs to fill that role. 6-1. Then they would load the bases. Connor Wong up, and he would not hit a grand slam. It's coming though. Greg Weiser would give up a home run in the bottom of the 9th. Whatever. It's 7 in a row. It's a game and a half out of a playoff spot. It is 4 games under 500. No longer 14. It's 4. 3rd in the AL East. I could cry. Make that 8 in a row. 3 games under 500, 13-2 in the last 15, and half a game out of a playoff spot. But to start this game, Peralta would strike out the side, and then the second inning, the Sox would load the bases and do nothing. I was like, oh, okay. But then the 4th inning, Durbin would lead off with the walk, and then Audrey Montesero, filling in for Wilson Contreras at first base, would have a big swing just like he would, and make it 2-0. The 2 former Brewers going off against a former Brewer. You love it. Make that 7 shutout innings since Rivera made his MLB debut. I don't think anybody expected him to go out there and pitch as long as he did, but it was amazing. That 1 hit he gave up was his last pitch of the day after a 10-pitch at-bat. Give him a roll in the bullpen, please. Sox would load the bases again in the 5th and again do nothing. Andre Montesero would lead off the 6th with a triple, and he'd be stranded. And then the bottom of the 7th, Moran walks a guy after pitching an inning and 2/3. Slayton comes in. Second pitch Slayton throws. Oh, it becomes a single. Then he walks Bichette. Now he's got a guy in a 2-2 count with 2 outs, bases loaded. And he would strike him out. Oh my God, he almost gave me a heart attack. But that was so cool. I won't lie. In the 8th, it'd be a Durbin leadoff single. And then Masataka Yoshida with his 3rd home run of the year after spending basically all of this year just hitting into weak groundouts. It's a 7-game hit streak. It's a 7-game hit streak. Then we were all forced into watching Danny Coulomb. Thankfully, the defense made it tolerable. Oh my God! The Red Sox just Danny Coulomb. Oh my God, look at this. Wait, live reaction. No way. Oh my God. Oh, it just went away. I could cry. Anyways, back to this game. I mean, they won this game off 2 big swings and pitching. Early in the year, it was just pitching doing its job, and now the offenses decided to join in on the fun. And it's so good to see. The last time they started a road trip 8-0 was in 1977. They have a chance to make it 9-0 tomorrow and sweep their 3rd series in a row. How do you win that game? It's 9 in a row. It is 2 games under 500. To start this game, Tully would give up a leadoff double, and then an RBI double would put the Mets up 1-0. Having the Sox trailing for the first time since last Sunday. I was like, oh, okay. Great day for Peyton Tully. 3 2/3, 7 strikeouts, can't really complain. I like the idea of having him do a shorter start leading up to the break, give him a little extra rest, considering he is almost at the amount of innings he pitched last year. And then Francisco Lindor would hit a home run off Brian Bayo. But that'd be the only bad thing Bayo would do. Oh my God, it was beautiful. It was beautiful watching him pitch like this again. Oh my God, I missed it. I missed it so much. The movement on his pitches, he was absolutely dominant. He looked as cool as a cucumber out there on the mound. It was beautiful. And I'm like, oh, now they're going to lose this game after Tully and Bayo looked great. Love it. But no, that's not what happened in the 9th inning. Sadon would lead off with the hit. Shout out Francisco Lindor. Oh my God, he would fail a double play. The Sox would get running on 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Then they would load the bases. Then you have Montesero working a walk to make it a 1-run game. And Jared Duran would have an RBI single to tie it up. Oh my God. Then we go into extras. Okay, you have Moss with the ghost runner on 2nd. Small ball Sox action. Moves into 3rd. And I guess who would drive in the winning run? Anthony Ziegler! It's poetic. And shout out Garrett Whitlock for finishing the job. I don't understand how they won this game. They had 4 hits. They sucked all 8 innings, minus the 9th and 10th inning. I don't know. I don't get it. I get it's against the Mets, but still. This team was not doing it if this was in June. If this happened like beginning of June, they were not winning a game like this. Enjoy your All-Star break, everybody. I don't know how I'm going to deal with not being able to watch this team, but wow. Yes! Thank you! He should have been there to begin with. Should have been there to begin with. One of 4 players in the league with 20 home runs and an on-base percentage above 375. You know, I mean, he's having a career year. Yes! Let's go! Yes! Oh my God! I was so excited about him being an all-star. Now I get to watch him in the home run derby too. For the first time since 2011, the Red Sox are going to have a guy in the home run derby, and it's WC40. Yeah! Another one, yes! Oh my God, I'm so happy for Sadon. His first all-star. He probably should have got one last year, but I'm so glad he didn't get snubbed this year because he is the 2nd most valuable outfielder in the American League right now. He has the highest defensive WAR out of anybody in the American League. We've seen the plays he's been making in the outfield. I believe he has 12 outs above average. He's obviously has been a great bat this year. I mean, yes! Oh, as he should, yeah. Tell him. Oh, yeah. He's just so cool. Like, honestly, he's just so cool. Wilson Contreras going first and setting the tone. He had 13 home runs off of 20 swings. The longest one he had was 490. Every home run he was hitting was like 450. Insane. That should move him. That should bring him to the 2nd round. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Time to go watch everyone else. Boston Gutierrez's day at the Derby is unfortunately done, but oh my god, it was so fun watching him. It was absolute cinema. It was so good. I mean, everyone was counting him out, yet in the first round, he had the most home runs out of everybody. 13 home runs on 20 swings, and as of right now, he still has the farthest home run of 490 feet. Insane. Then in the second round, he'd obviously make it a show. Everybody is booing him, and they're cheering when he misses. So he's obviously the villain here, and he makes it dramatic, and it was so fun to watch. He was, like, smiling the whole time, too. You could just tell he was having fun and just really liking that role of being the villain. He even had a home run go off the foul pole. Like, that was low-key so cool. And Jose Flores almost hit him with a pitch, too, which was so funny because that's, like, really realistic to what you'd see in a game. But it was so fun watching him. First Red Sox to be in home run derby since 2011, and it was so fun to watch. And I'm sad he couldn't win, but hopefully Kyle Schwarber wins it. That's who I'm rooting for. But, man, that was so good.
What even is an all-star break?
It's 10 wins in a row and 10 runs.
That's beautiful baseball right there, baby. Things are heating up in mid-July for the Red Sox yet again.
Let's recap it. Bottom of the second, Derby would lead off with a single. Massa would then have a double. Duran would have an RBI sac fly to get the scoring started. And then Carlos Narvaez with his 6th RBI of the year to make it 2-0.
And we get into the fourth, and Masataka Yoshida off the first pitch just sneaks a solo 328-foot home run right around the pesky pole. And you know what? I just love residing in the state of Massachusetts. Massa supremacy, baby.
Hell yeah. Bottom of the sixth, they would load the bases. Then Jared Duran with a 2 RBI single, just racking up the RBI today to make it 5-0. Then we had back-to-back bunt singles. These small ball Sox are alive and well. But then my goat would ground into a double play.
But we don't need to talk about that because you know what? Stadon, our king, our all-star, comes up, makes it 6-0. And then you know what else happens? That Abreu gets intentionally walked.
They're scared of him.
They're getting scared of him. But then you know who else they should have been scared of? Caleb Durbin. Because then Caleb Durbin goes and gets some more babies at home. I love it.
We talk about Jake Bennett. It was 6 innings of 1 hit ball on 65 pitches. I need you to look at this tweet right here that's on the screen. I'm sorry, what?
What are you saying right now? It's gorgeous. It's stunning.
Then in the 7th, Carlos Narvaez would make a 96 at-bat home run drought. Are you kidding me?
He went from 6 to 9 RBIs in a single game.
Then you had Gamboa picking up a save after 3 great innings of pitching. I mean, every single person in the lineup had a hit today. It's beautiful. I mean, it really is just beautiful. And this is the first time in franchise history where they had a 10-0 stretch, scored over 50 runs, and allowed fewer than 15 runs. Last team to do that in MLB history, it was a World Series winning team. Coincidence?
I think not.
So now they get Contreras back. Their bullpen didn't even pitch because Gamboa, he was just the extra guy that was called up for the doubleheader. So they have a chance to be 500 at the end of today. An 11-game win streak, too.
Damn.
11 11-game win streak. I feel like I was just sitting here saying 11 games under 500. 11 whole games under 500. And now they're 500 and in a playoff spot. They have an MLB season high 11-game win streak in the first 11-game win streak for the club since 2016. Let's get into the recap, shall we? Okay, because Eduardo Rivera would get 2 quick outs and then he'd load the bases. And then it'd be a 2 RBI single. But this is a different team, okay? Because we go into the bottom of the first. Oh, Cedon gets home with a double. And then Willier Abreu would have a 2-run home run for his 12th home run of the year to tie it right back up. And then welcome back my king, Wilson Contreras. He would have a home run immediately after Abreu would. And they would take the lead. Then Junior Caminero would hit a home run to tie it up. But that would not matter again because Willier Abreu would have another home run. Yes, make that 13 on the year now. A multi-home run game for him. Then later on in the game, Chang would work a walk. And then Anthony Siegler would almost have a home run, but instead he have an RBI double to put another run on the board. Gotta take a moment to shout out pitching though, because this is also what won them the game. The bullpen. Oh my God, Greg Weitzer got a credit of the win. Chapman got a save. I mean, Eduardo Rivera was the only pitcher to really not go out there and play good baseball, but it's all right because the bullpen had his back, the offense had his back, and they would have won like this and be able to back up a pitcher after, giving up 2 in the first. If this was in May, if this was in April, if this was even in early June, this team has finally found an identity, and it is just so fun to watch. This is what I've been waiting for. I honestly have no words, and I'm also extremely tired, and I spent all day at Fanatics Fest, and I want to go to bed, but this team, man. This team! 12 in a row for the first time since 2006, a game above 500 for the first time since game 1 of the season, and they came back from a 3-run deficit for the first time this year. Oh my god. I'm sorry this recap is coming out so late. I ended up at WWE. I don't really know what my life is, okay? Anyways, into this recap, because what a game that was. Oh my god. I would start off rough, though. Top of the second to be a leadoff double, then an RBI single, then 2 quick outs. Oh, but it's another RBI single. Rays go up 2-0. But then the bottom of the second, 2 quick outs for the Sox. Montesero would work walk, and then Jahmai Jones' second at-bat in Red Sox uniform would launch his 3rd home run of the year. I was watching this game with Derek Whitelover. We're obviously screaming, hooting, and hollering, and the New York Bar would put the game on the TV for us. Shout out Nesson in New York. Then in the third, 2 quick outs again, and then Willie Abreu, as hot as can be, his 3rd home run in 24 hours to give the Sox the lead. But then in the 4th, it's a leadoff double, then Simpson tries to steal 3rd, Narvaez tries to pick him off. Oh, it's a throw into the outfield. It's a tie ball game. The next batter, oh, it's a solo home run, then it's a double, then it's an RBI single, then it's another double, but thankfully, Diaz would get greedy, and it'd be play to plate, and it would end. But then the 7th, Watson would come out, and it'd be another solo home run, so the Sox go down by 3 runs. That's a dramatic deficit, but this is a different team. In the bottom of the 7th, it's a leadoff double. Duran reaches off an error. Then Mazza grounds out, but it's okay because a run would score. Then Cedon Rafaela with an RBI double. Oh my god, Willie Abreu back-to-back days with 2 home run games. First player to do that in a Red Sox uniform since Mookie Betts in 2016. The dugout celebrations were literally me watching this game. The call of this was so good too. Shout out Obi and Lou, that was so good. I have no words. I'm just gonna put this tweet on the screen right here. You know what I'm thinking. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you know what I'm thinking. Guys, do you think they're cheering because Wilson just hit his 22nd home run of the year? I think so.
This might be a record.
The Red Sox won 13 in a row! 13 straight wins for the Red Sox for the first time since 1948. That is the 2nd longest streak in franchise history. And let's recap this game. So to lead off the 2nd inning, the Rays would have an inside the park home run. A great throw by Romy there, but right under the glove of Wong. So they would take an early lead, but that would not matter because then in the bottom of the 2nd, Durbin leads off with a single. He steals 2nd, reaches 3rd off an error, and then Andrew Montesero would bring him home to tie the game up, pushing a single to a double. Oh, you love it. Then in the 3rd, they'd score 3 runs without getting a singular hit. They would load the bases, a run would then score off some chaos, then just put in the ball and play and good things happening, and then a productive out would make it a 3-run 3rd inning. They haven't had an inning where they scored 3 or more runs without getting a singular hit since 2015. It's only the 5th time it has happened in franchise history. Cedon would lead off the 5th with a single, and then Wilson Contreras, he is now 2 home runs away from tying a career high. What a beauty of a home run that was. You think they're cheering because Wilson just hit his 22nd home run of the year? I think so. I mean, this team, I honestly don't have any words. They just found their identity and they're just running with it. I mean, the consistency they have been playing offense at is ridiculous. They've been scoring runs. They're not afraid of small ball. I feel like they're hitting a home run at least once a game. I mean, I don't even know what to say. They're 2 games above 500 for the first time all year. They were 14 games under at one point. This month alone, they've gone 11-0 against 3 of the best teams in the American League. I mean, this is only the 6th time in franchise history they've had an 18-2 stretch across 20 games. Last team to do it, oh, it was the 04 Sox. I mean, let's just keep going. I love this. Make that 14 straight wins for only the 2nd time in franchise history, while also ending the Orioles' 7-game win streak. What a team, what a game. Let's recap it. This team likes to come back, okay? They don't like to score first. So, 2 doubles with 2 outs in the 1st inning for the Orioles would give them a 1-0 lead. But per the new usual, that would not matter. It'd be 2 singles to lead off the 2nd. Then Duran would have a sac fly to tie it right up. Then in the 3rd, 2 quick outs. But then Cedon would reach off an error. And you can't let the Sox get extra opportunities. Willie Abreu would go first pitch swinging to give the Sox the lead. Then Wilson Contreras out of a hit. Way too hard for the Orioles to make a play out of it. Make that a 2-run lead for the Sox. Then that lead would be cut down to 1. Solo home run to lead off the 5th. Then in the 6th, the Orioles would have some fun and the Sox to go down by 1, but immediately respond. A leadoff single by Abreu. Then Wilson Contreras would get his 3rd hit of the day to tie the game right back up. Then in the 7th, runners in the corners, and Siegler would fail to make an inning-ending double play, and the Orioles would go up by 1. But this team has each other's back, okay? Leadoff single by Wong immediately after that, and then a 2-out RBI single by Cedon to tie it right back up. Then in the 8th inning, Caleb Durbin, oh my god, he would launch one over the monster to give the Sox the lead. I got full body chills. Chapman would get himself into a little pickle, but Chang to the rescue. This had a 92.3% of being a base hit. On another comeback win. I'm watching these games with the biggest smile on my face with tears of joy in my eyes. I'm just so happy to watch this team, and I used to come out here and I have to crash out every day. Now I just get to watch this team with pure joy and happiness, and it's just like Fenway looks so lit. I need to figure out a way to get through this week. Let's make it 15, please. That's the sound of 15 straight wins. Boston Red Sox just won their 15th straight game to tie the franchise record. And then after, there was a literal tsunami, and now I'm soaking wet. But that's okay, let's get into this recap. Sox would load the bases with 1 out. Then Caleb Durbin, Minnie Bowser would bring in 2 to make it 2-0 Sox. Then Jaron Durant would have a 2 RBI triple to make it 4-0 after 1 inning of play. But then in the 3rd, a double. Then the sun was not on the side of the Sox. And can we charge that run to the sun? But then the Sox would take that 4-run lead right back. 2 straight singles and an RBI sac by Durant to make it 5-1. And in the 4th, the Orioles would hit a home run. But again, it would not matter because Cedon would continue a 9-game hit streak with his 9th home run of the year. Then the Orioles would score another, but it would not matter again because Slayton would do his job, Whitlock would do his job, Chapman would get another save with another great play by Chang to clinch 15 straight wins, only the 2nd time in franchise history. It's the longest win streak for any team since 2021, the longest American League streak since 2017, and the longest by an AL East team since the division formed in 1969. They also were 20-2 in their last 22 games, which tied a franchise best across that span. The win streak is over, but I can't even be mad. They just went on a 15-game win streak to tie the franchise record for the longest win streak. I mean, this was an historically bad team to start the year. They were putting up numbers this franchise has never seen before because they were so bad. I mean, they just completely turned their season around. They've won 15 out of their last 16 games, 20 out of their last 23. And it's just like, this is an entirely different team. I mean, they found their identity that has been lacking this entire season. As somebody who watched all these games this year so far, it's an entirely different team. And the culture, they have a culture that was not there to start the year. There was something that came out that Tracy went to go talk to the guys after the game, and Contreras and Gray were already doing it. That's a culture that was not there to start the year. But let's talk about this game though, because Eduardo Rivera 4 earned runs in the 1st inning. Just no command at all. He would be optioned back down to Worcester after this game. He had a run score off a wild pitch, and so did Moran. So 2 out of the 5 runs the Orioles had today were off wild pitches. That's fun. The 1 run the Sox had, it was off an RBI single by Massa. But we gotta talk about one pitcher, Brian Bayo. 5 1/3 of shutout ball. Oh my god, like Vila was up across the board. I mean, honestly, it just brings tears of joy to my eyes. He looks like a different pitcher out on that mound, and I love it so much. I know some people don't, but I love it. And yeah, the offense didn't show up at all today, but now there is no more pressure to continue this streak, and it kind of felt like it was hanging on them a little bit to extend this win streak to 16, but now what matters is how they respond in this Blue Jays series, because the Blue Jays have not been playing great baseball, and after the streak being over, we can't go back to how it was, and I don't think they're going to. This feels like an entirely different team. I'm very excited. As long as they keep stacking up series wins the next 2 months, this should be fun. That 21 wins in their last 24 games. Was that more stressful than it needed to be? Yeah, maybe. But let's recap it. And Evaldi got himself into a little bases loaded jam in the 1st, but then strike out David Schneider were looking. And what would happen after that? Anthony Seager with the first leadoff home run of his career. People were talking slump, regression, send him back down to the minors, get him out of the leadoff spot. Shut up! I'm sorry, Twitter was really going at Seager, and it was just pissing me off. So I'm very happy about this, because you know what he'd do in the 3rd too? He'd get another hit, and then Cedon Rafael would hit his 10th home run. of the year to make it 3-0 Sox. Then the 6th, the Sox would load the bases with one out. A productive out would score one, but then Connor Wong would be robbed of an RBI, and then in the 7th, Greg Weiser would come in with a clean inning, but that didn't matter. He would strike out the first batter and be beautiful, but then out of all players, he'd hit my favorite player that's not a Red Sox player, and Ernie Clement. Then Vladdy would get a hit. Oh, and then you had Okamoto launching the first pitch that he sees to make it a 1-run ball game, and to have the most home runs by a Japanese-born MLB player in their rookie season with 23. Of course, it happened off Greg Weiser. Oh, and then in the 8th, after the Sox left 3 stranded, the Jays would tie the game up, ending Whitlock's scoreless inning streak. But did you think they were reverting back to their old ways? I sure didn't, and they sure wouldn't. Duran would lead it off with a single, and then pinch hitting Romy Gonzalez would have an RBI double to take the lead back for the Sox. And then Anthony Seigler with this 3rd extra base hit of the day to score another. His 4th hit of the day for the first time in his career. Shut the haters up, my king. And you already know Chapman got the job done. And this is exactly how you respond after breaking a 15-game win streak if you are a good baseball team. And that is exactly what the Red Sox are proving to be. I mean, what a game by my GOAT Anthony Seigler. A career game was beautiful, and I'll never get sick of watching Guerrero pump 103. The Sox now have the 2nd wild card spot. Oh, good night, my friends. I forgot what it's like to lose and not win and have to play in a series finale where you have to win it in order to win the series. Sonny Gray was bound to have a rough start. It was 9 straight quality starts prior to this one. But for the offense to go out there and do nothing to support him, I got played game shut out by Dylan Cease. He's a great pitcher. Don't get me wrong. Shout out Andre Montesero, though, for allowing that no-no to not happen with getting a hit there. He's been great. Shout out to him as well. But, like, that was painful. Let's talk about what happened to Gray, though, because all of his runs would be in the 3rd inning with 2 outs, and most of them after counts that had 2 strikes in it. Okay, it'd be a double. Vladdy would pick up an RBI, then a single. Oh, now George Springer is launching one over the monster to put the Sox down by a deficit they haven't come back from all year. Make it 4-0 Jays. Hot take, George Springer to Boston at the deadline? I mean, veteran bad, good at Fenway. Anyways, let me continue, because the inning didn't end there. Okay, it'd be another single, then Ernie Clement would end a 32 at-bat RBI drought. So that's kind of a good thing for me. That's my favorite non-Red Sox player. So not really a good thing for you if you don't like him. So I'm sorry about that. But I do have one good thing that happened in this game for the Red Sox. The one thing I'll be taking out of this game, and that is Sadon Rafaela continue to make a case for a platinum club. This played a turn 2. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. We also have to shout out Alec Gamboa. Sure, yeah, run scored us off a lucky hit by Vladdy. But for him to go out there and throw 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, and save the bullpen, everyone say thank you, Alec Gamboa. But yeah, you're not gonna win them all. It's okay. Yeah. Just win the series tomorrow. It's not that hard. That is 6 straight series wins to finish the homestand 8-2 and be 17-2 in their last 19 games. Let's recap this one. Scoring runs start into the 3rd. You had Andre Montesero continuing an 8-game hit streak. Then small ball Sox would be back in business. Then you had Sadon Rafaela with a count with 2 strikes in it, turning that into an RBI single to put the Sox up 1-0. Then the 4th, it'd be a walk, a single, some more small ball action. Then Jaron Duran a 2 RBI single to put the Sox up 3-0. Then in the 7th, again it would be a walk, a single, and some more small ball action. And then this is why you have to stay optimistic about a player, okay? Lefty killer Jeremiah Jones would pinch hit and have a 2 RBI double to make it 5-0 Sox. Sometimes all a player needs is a change of scenery. He'd steal his first stolen base of the year, and then William Brady would end an 0-for-19 drought to bring him home and make it 6-0 Sox. Cannot complain about Richard Torres' first start off the IL. Vila was down a little bit, but those numbers are damn good. And he also had such a smooth double play. Like, that is so good. That was so good. Then the 9th inning, they just be not locked in. But it doesn't matter because they still win to finish this homestand 8-2 against 3 AL East opponents. You cannot complain about that. Duran looked great in this game. The bullpen did their job. The offense added a 0 to the end of their hit total from yesterday, which was amazing to see. And I just loved the brand of baseball they were playing with all the small ball stuff. It was 3 sack bunts this game. They all worked out. It's the first time the Sox had 3 sack bunts a game in 5 years. Amazing to see. I loved it. And basically ended the Blue Jays season with this win. So RIP to the Blue Jays. And Curtis Meade should be in a Red Sox uniform tomorrow. That should be fun to watch. I'm still mourning calling it early though. But I can also get excited about Meade. Both things can be existing at the same time. Red Sox recap, except I've been up for almost 21 hours and it's 12:30 in the morning. Let's get into this. So after the Sox stranded Milestone to start this game, Tyler Soto hit a home run to put the A's up 1-0 very early. Then the Sox would be no hit by a starter with an ERA over 7. Until the 6th inning though, where Connor Wong would break it with the double. Then it'd be 2 quick outs. But then it'd be 2 walks to load the bases for none other than ice in his veins himself, Mr. Cedar Rafaela, with the first grand slam of his career. Gotta take a moment here though and shout out the A's outfielder for dropping that ball, and shout out Sacramento, shout out the ballpark for allowing this to happen. Charlie would give up another home run in the 6th and get his final strikeout of the night before getting pulled at 5 1/3 with 7 strikeouts and 90 pitches thrown. He's now at his inning total from last year, so it'll be interesting to see what his workload looks like from here. And I personally like to believe he gave up those home runs in memory and in honor of Conley Early. That's what I'm believing. Then in the 9th, Seigler would almost give me a heart attack, but Chapman would still get the job done, and the Sox would advance to 18-2 in their last 20 games. Monasterio continued a 9-game hit streak in this game. Pitching did its thing. Sox got all their action in the 6th inning, but it was all they needed. They now have the same exact record they had last year around this time at 55-50. Isn't that such a crazy thing to think about? Also, Curtis Mead would get hurt in this game, 95 mile-an-hour to the wrist in his second at-bat with the Red Sox. Luckily, it's just a bruise. X-rays are negative, so everything should be good. But yeah, so thank God. I'm exhausted though, so I'm going to bed. Good night. How does it go from, oh, X-rays are fine, X-rays are negative, it should just be a bruise, oh, it looks like we dodged a bullet, he's fine, to now Nick Sogard's being called up because it's worse. I filmed that portion right when I saw the news that Nick Sogard was getting called up because Mead's injury was worse. It's a broken wrist! That 852 OPS looked so good in the lineup for like 5 seconds. We got 2 plate appearances. 2 plate appearances. You know me. I think positives. Hopefully this encourages Breslow to go out there and get an even bigger bat. I guess. Red Sox recap at 12:30 a.m. except they lost. You're not going to win them all. You're not going to win them all. You're not going to win them all. If I'm being completely honest with you, I have no clue why Jake Bennett went back out there in the 7th inning. No clue at all. I mean, he was cruising through. Then the 6th inning, it was a 22-pitch 6th inning. And I don't know why he went back out there. I really don't. I mean, this would have been a completely different game if he didn't. That home run probably would not have happened. Then in the 8th inning, the Sox would show some life. Oh, Massa would have a single. Seigler would have a walk, then Roby would hit into a double play. He literally had a rehab assignment of like 5 minutes, and it's very telling right now with his at-bats lately. You had Wilson working a walk, and then Bright would have an RBI single, and then Cedar Rafaela. I have no words. Then Watson would give up a run in the bottom of the 8th, and then the 9th inning, oh, Connor Wong would hit a 2-run home run. Like, I'm sorry, 2 bombs on the year now. Oh, yes. Yes. And then who's up next? Anthony Seigler. I'm like shaking my boots. I'm like, oh my God, like this is my dream. He just missed a home run. A home run in 7 out of 30 ballparks. And after, he genuinely looked like he was going to cry. I already was crying. So far in the series, the Red Sox offense have made the A's pitching staff look like Cy Young candidates. This is one of the worst pitching staffs in the league, in a very hitter-friendly ballpark. I mean, love Cedon's grand slam yesterday, really using the ballpark to his advantage there, but just couldn't muster up any power in this game from the offense. Well, 1 in the morning now. I'm still mourning Curtis Mead. I'm honestly still mourning Conley Early. And then they lose, They should have swept the series, but whatever. Just win the next 2 and I'll be happy. Okay, good night. It is 1:30 in the morning. The Red Sox just won. I went through every emotion humanly possible. Let's recap it. To lead off the 2nd inning, the A's would have a nice solo bomb to take a 1-0 lead. But then the 5th inning, Jahmai Jones would lead it off with a home run. The lefty killer. So many people were calling me insane for believing in him. As I said, sometimes they just need to change the scenery. And now he's becoming prime Rob Rev Snyder. Oh, but then can't have too much happiness. The next 3 Sox batters would all strike out. And then Lawrence Butler put in a 79 at-bat home run drought to give the A's right back the lead they lost for like 5 minutes. But then the Sox would immediately tie back up in the 6th inning. Turbin would lead it off with a single, 2 quick outs, and then Nick Sogard, welcome back to the big leagues, coming up clutch here to tie the game right back up. And then the bullpen would just be absolutely nails, but the Red Sox would forget how to score with rest. And then Lawrence Butler would lead off the 9th inning, just barely missing a home run. My life flashed before my eyes, but then Chapman would do his thing. Then, to lead off the 10th inning, Angie Montesero with this third hit of the day. It would be a 2-run bomb, absolutely demolished, smoked 428 feet, and it'd be the game winner. In the at-bat before this, he got 99 miles an hour to the head. And then who comes out in the 10th for the Sox, you ask? Greg Weiser with a runner on second. But he would go 1, 2, 3. Also, we gotta shout out Patrick Sandoval real quick. Great start. Loved watching it. But we have to talk about Winningest. 0 for 5 today with 7 runners left on. Give me Anthony Siegler in the finale, please. I beg and I plead. They started looking like their old selves in this game, and it was really, really stressing me out. But they won. So I can go to bed. It's like almost 2 a.m. and I can go to bed with a smile on my face now. So that's a good thing. Welcome back to your 1 a.m. Red Sox recap. That is 7 straight series wins. Let's get into it. A's are obviously scoring first, though. Bottom of the third would be a walk. Monastero's third error of the series, an RBI single to make it 1-0. Then the bottom of the fourth be a double, an RBI double, then an RBI single to make it 3-0 A's. So I go out on Instagram and I put up a poll. I'm like, are the Sox going to come back from 3 runs for only the second time this year? And they would immediately tie it up. Durbin would get hit. Then Monasterio would have an RBI single to make up for that error that he had. Then Seager would have a 2-out single. Then say, Don, if you need a hit, most of the time, he's gonna get you a hit. Would bring home 2 to tie it up. But then a leadoff double by Butler in the 6th and an RBI sac fly would give the A's right back the lead. But then, oh my God, in the 8th inning, Willie Abreu would break out of a little slump and have a solo home run to lead the inning off. Then immediately after that, the first pitch Wilson Contreras sees, he would launch for back-to-back home runs by both of them. And it would ultimately be the game winner because Greg Weiser would pitch the 8th with the runner on and be great. Chapman would get the job done. Gray didn't have his best stuff, but for him to go out there and still provide 7 innings of decent pitching, amazing. I mean, all these games were a grind, and for them to take 3 out of 4, out of some of these scenarios they put themselves in, they would have got swept earlier in the year. I mean, 7 straight series wins. This is just what good teams do. They grind out wins, and that's just what they've been doing. Brazil, please be good at the deadline. I beg. Okay, good night. Go stream Pedal by Ariana Grande. It is 1:30 in the morning, and the Sox just beat the Dodgers to clinch their winningest month in franchise history. Let's recap it. Sox would actually score first for a change. In the second, Durbin would work a walk, make it to third off an error, then none other than Jaron Duran to bring him home. His numbers with RISP are so insane compared to his numbers with nobody on base. I don't get it. Anyways, into the third, you had a Sogard single, a Sadon single, then Wilson Contreras gets 2 pitches right to the head. 2 pitches right to the head. He would stay in the game and then be removed for precautionary reasons. Back to the good stuff, though, because Freddie Freeman would be petrified of the aura of Masataka Yoshida running down that first base line, and 2 would score. Oh, but then the 4th, leadoff double by Ohtani, then Freeman brings him home, then the 5th, a single, an RBI single, Suarez gets pulled. Moran faces Ohtani. 112 miles an hour off the bat. That swing. And it helps me in fantasy at least, so there's that. But this Red Sox team, oh my God. In the 7th inning, leadoff walk. Then Mr. Ice in his veins himself, St. Raphael. Have you ever met a more clutch person in your life? Have you ever seen one? A 2-run homer to make it 5-4 Sox. Oh, but it doesn't end there because 3 straight infield hits will load them up. For Mr. Extra Base Hit himself, that's what I'm calling right now. That is 10 extra base hits in his last 13 games to score 2 more for the Sox. Are you kidding me, Monasterio? And then out would score another. Then the 9th inning, they load them up. And Carlos Narvaez would get his 10th RBI this season. Who knew he could make it to double-digit RBIs? It's crazy. And then Brian Bale, watching him not get flustered with traffic and go 4 shutout innings against the Los Angeles Dodgers, genuinely healed something in me. Also gotta talk about Andre Montesero. He was making some phenomenal plays at short today, and coming off that A series where he had 3 errors, great to see. Sox just beat the best team in baseball. Good night. Well, I forgot to make an outro, but make sure you're following me everywhere so we can experience the rest of the season together. Thanks so much for watching, and go watch the videos I have linked in the description.